All right, welcome back to ACL Melbourne, guys. Sponsored by Plantronics, BenQ, and of course Riot. Thank you, big shout out to Riot while we're here for supplying the extra money for that prize pool to a total of $12,000 for the winner of this weekend. It is a huge amount of money. My name is Menace, and joining me again is Max.
Oh, thanks, man. And also known as Slappy Baggins, of course. And we've got an exciting game a bit further down, you know, a bit of unknown teams, of course. Element 239 here on our purple team / red team, colorblind mode, notwithstanding, and Team Sunder here on the blue team, which, you know, two teams that we haven't really seen yet. And I'm a bit excited about the stuff that's coming out, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, me too. Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger being banned out is very important.
That's
we know
for sure.
that.
All right, so I'm going to quickly run through the bans, guys. We will switch over very soon. And over for the guys at Team Sunder, they have banned out Blitzcrank, Thresh, and Heimerdinger.
Yeah, and of course, over on our purple team, we have Jarvan, Tristana, and Zach being banned out. More standard bans, I'd say, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Not going with a Heimerdinger-esque ban, such as Poppy or something of that nature.
Poppy, please. All right, now we've also got the Orianna support over there. I'm going to say Rickevs?
Rich? I'm going to call him Rich.
Let's just call him Rich.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Rich has picked up that Orianna for supporting Draven. Now, we haven't seen any Draven.
No, we haven't, and I'm really excited about this, to be perfectly honest. You were telling me earlier about how you put the Orianna ball, she gives that extra MR and armor to your AD carry, and as a Draven, does a fair bit of damage, even after the change to his passive.
Very true, yeah. There is that change that maybe has shied people away from a bit of Draven play anymore, and he's going into a Nami Vayne lane, which will be pretty devastating, I guess. Orianna's very squishy as well. I guess Nami's very squishy as well, but she does have that shield and stuff. She's a very unorthodox kind of you know, a support champion. So it may be a little bit more difficult to hold up against the sustain of Nami and having that Vayne down in bot lane. We'll have to see how it all pans out for these guys. Like we said, relatively unknown blokes.
Yeah.
Could pull out some crazy stuff here. We don't know.
Well, exactly. And they were saying as well in the lobby earlier that they were going to try and get an exciting game for us, so I'm pretty excited about that too.
Awesome source. We do see Shen first pick up there for Mabes. He's got himself teleport, looking to be very mobile, and Con on that Malphite will be...
Yeah, you're rocking a hard place.
Rocking a hard place. That pun
battling a little bit. Or the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, even though Malphite actually has an ability called Unstoppable Force. So that probably puts him a little bit further ahead. We got two teleports as well coming out from Element 239 at this point. So that's a little bit exciting. We could possibly see some like fairly coordinated ganks there, possibly in the bot lane with multiple people coming down. But you got to watch out for the teleport also from Shen. So it's going to be a teleporty type game.
It's the first time that I've seen in this tournament so far Ari being picked out for that mid lane as well. Now,
although Heavens did play her last game.
Oh, there you go. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. I think you were probably earning yourself a decent lunch.
Oh, thank you,
that
sir.
Particular one.
Yeah, it was a huge game we did do before, and we appreciate everyone watching and supporting.
Oh, yeah, it was massive. Sure. Although it was a little bit of a stomp there on Heaven's side.
So right now we are looking at Team Sunder. These are the guys from Team Sunder over there on the blue side, up there on the big stage in front of everyone. It's pretty daunting. And over there we've got Element 239 as well.
Making their debuts here for ACL today, and pretty excited to introduce them, to be perfectly honest. And we've got a Nautilus. This is going to be really confusing as well, because there is a Nautilus coming out of Princess, and Draven's name is actually Nautilus, which is going to be really freaking confusing for everyone.
His name's Draven.
Well, his name's Draven, I guess, but Nautilus is his actual name, so this is going to be pretty confusing for us. But you'll have to bear with us and just understand that there's going to be a slight variation in how we say Nautilus and Nautilus.
Nautilus and Nautilus.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. But of course, we've got them coming out. There doesn't seem to be that many unorthodox picks, although we've got a lot of wards coming out from Element 239.
Yeah, that's for sure. And all 5 members from the guys at Team Sunder going down that mid lane right now and just sneaking in the brush. And I don't think there's any mid-side, but there is the ball. So they will get spotted out. And Rich is going to have to back away from that one. Puts the singularity over the top, over onto Maybes. They're going to have to just back out, put the ward down, try and get as much, you know, as they're trying to ground achieve right now. They want to maybe try and invade this blue buff. I think this is fairly aggressive early on from the guys over at Team Sunder.
Yeah, it looks like they're going in fairly early as well for this blue buff, wanting to camp that brush. Gets hit by the Sonic Wave Mabes, but nothing going to happen.
Yeah, looking for the charm there. Is Aqua Prison down onto Lee Sin. There's not going to be a follow-up. There's a huge wall between them. And they really want this blue buff. Malphite's going to head to top lane, maybe try and get a nice early level 2. Will we see Shen back? Yep, Shen is going back, so he doesn't miss out on too much. Minions have actually spawned, as our lovely announcer has informed us.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Thank
announcer.
you, announcer.
Shout out to the announcers on
She's
the League of
always
Legends Club.
appreciated, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. No one gives her shout outs these days. But
Telling us
we're here. We're here to give her what she needs.
Telling us when there's
Well, that
pentakills.
sounded weird. I'm sorry, guys.
Telling us the pentakills, telling us the double kills. And all that sort of
Exactly.
stuff.
She always gets so excited too, you know? It's beautiful.
All right, so
anyway,
Team Sunder.
yeah, of course. Pretty mirrored starts here. Nautilus on his red. And we've got, of course, Lee Sin starting on his blue, which is a little bit unorthodox. You know, often they will start on that red box, but happy just to get a bit of a leash here. And he's actually smited his... Oh, no, he didn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, it's fine.
Disregard.
Just, I thought I heard the sound.
Disregard the
You know, I got
facts.
it. Yeah, it's been a long day.
No smite being used there. Both of them saving it for their blue buff, looking to get some more early ganks. It's just how jungle rolls these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of red wards around their own jungle right now, though. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 on their side of the river. So a lot of defensive wards. Look at Rascal. He doesn't have much health.
No health.
No health at all. Maybe 400 or 500. I don't know. I have to go back and have a quick look. But he's very squishy.
Yeah, he was getting some decent damage down there onto Ari, but Ari managing to keep up and farm, and yeah, definitely a little bit more healthy with that Doran's Ring as opposed to the Crystalline Flask.
That is for sure. And Draven doing his best down bot lane to keep it going against this Vayne Nami on top lane. Now here comes Lee Sin, a very low Lee Sin on Addy. He gets the Q, misses. He's very far at the back. He tries to get the slow off, but it's not much going to happen.
Yeah, it seemed to me like he thought that he landed the Sonic Wave, but ended up resonating, striking a creep instead. So not exactly what you want, but that's okay. Put Mabes back a little bit, so I mean, you can't really complain at that point. He is hanging around though here in the top lane.
He is. He wants to get a gank down on this Shen very early on. Mabes using his health pot, trying to just regen some of that health. He knows he might still be there. Lee Sin poking his head around. And mid lane now, Rascal taking a lot of damage, very squishy. There's a red buff ticking away, and it's not going to be enough to take him out,
yeah,
though.
the charm unfortunately missing and allowing Rascal to get away there by the skin of his teeth. He's going to back and possibly teleport back to lane. Not entirely sure. He might actually try and keep that. The Tallest actually getting baited by his own axe there and just running into a whole lot of hurt from Vayne Nami.
Right, Princess Ove walking over a ward. Just letting the presence known down bot lane, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's a part of Draven. You're going to walk where those axes are, and that's a perfect spot for Nami to land an Aqua Prison.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. And I was going to say that in Champs, like, didn't quite get the chance, but definitely going to be, he'll have to play some mind games with those axes, deciding which ones he wants to pick up and which ones he doesn't, depending on where Nami actually is in that lane.
Trying to get the two spinning axes. There it is. Aqua Prison doesn't quite land. There's a lot of poke there. Being forced back from the Vayne, and he's just trying to dish out as much damage as possible. A really even trade there down in bot lane.
And Ebb and Flow doing so much healing onto Jordan as well, really helping him stay in this lane. And Nautilus is actually
a huge
double
Aqua Prison now.
That was massive.
Straight down onto Draven, but no follow-up. There's a teleport from Con top lane. Malphite's only level 4 though. No unstoppable force. He's just trying to get some really early aggression down. Explosions gets away with almost less than a quarter health.
Yeah, that was a really ballsy teleport, and it's not really that great to waste your teleport when you don't have that unstoppable force to actually get any lockdown onto the bot lane. So it was an interesting decision, and definitely one that really sort of helped out trying to ward off the fact that they did get locked up by that Aqua Prison, but Rascal getting hit by a charm, taking a bunch of damage, managing to put the shield down, but only after the actual effect happened, so not that great there.
Yeah, trading mid lane. Ari is having a ball. I mean, that is a very low health Lux. We've mentioned it before, and she still really doesn't have a much. Notorious taking a ton of damage again. Ebb and Flow is doing a lot. Aqua Prison doesn't quite land. Next Aqua Prison that lands will be the end of Draven, though, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and losing Singularity coming down from Lux, and we got the tumble in, doesn't manage to get the auto attack onto Nautilus though.
Draven's going to have to back, otherwise he's playing, he's playing with fire. Both Orianna and Draven are going to back. There is a light binding onto Vespa. Lee Sin is going to come around the back. Will he land the Q? He doesn't. He lands it on the creep. There's a flash out from Vespa. He is level 6. He will be able to escape. There's a charm down onto Peterman on that Lee Sin.
That was ridiculous timing on hitting level 6 and getting that Spirit Rush and being able to get out of there well and truly.
Maybe he could have turned around and got possibly a kill out of that. I mean, Spirit Rush is pretty good for his mobility. Another light binding wouldn't be up for a little while. Maybe you could have turned around. Just playing it safe though. Vespa on that Ari.
That's true. Hadn't actually gone back, so only the Doran's blade for Doran's ring for damage there. So not able to dish out quite as much as he would have liked in a 2v1 situation, I could imagine. But definitely he's really, really strong in that lane, and Lux is having a lot of trouble. Only manages to buy Amp Tome on that back after that one, so really feeling the hurt.
Yeah, right. Top lane now. Malphite's opted for the cloth armor versus Shen's gone for recoup beads. And really right now it's kind of working out for Malphite. He's not doing too badly, but I don't really like, he hasn't used his health pot and Shen is just out CSing him. It feels like Malphite's letting him.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
He did teleport. So
yeah,
probably
that's
a bit
true.
behind
That's probably what it is.
An unfortunate teleport with not level 6. Vayne pretending like that her support's there. Now finally the guys from Element picking up that what is going on. But yeah, Con not having a great time. Shen just doing his thing.
That's absolutely right. And I don't really understand the cloth armor pickup against a Shen, because Shen's main form of harass is throwing out those Vorpal Blades, which of course is magic damage. So he may have wanted to opt for maybe a Doran Shield or something like that start.
You can do that regen. Yeah.
You do get a lot of health pot options with a cloth 5, so it's a fine option. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, you're going to take as much attack damage early on as you will from the Vorpal Blades, I guess, from Shen. So that's his thinking. Was that an unstoppable force? No, it wasn't. I was just hearing things.
Yeah, I heard a bit of a too as well.
It's a Malphite grunt.
Of course. Princess coming down to this bot lane, but of course still watered, so not going to get anything out of that. Only level 5, not able to throw out the amount of CC that a Nautilus would otherwise want after hitting that level 6, getting that ultimate.
And light binding lands on Vespa, Ari mid. Now right now is when Malphite would have been really, I guess, if he had more mana, in a good situation to teleport bot and possibly gank. Seeing as Lee Sin is there, a 4-man gank bot's what you want to do, man. But
yeah, that's very true. Lee Sin trying to sneak into this bot lane as well, which is pretty exciting. Taunt landing from Maves onto Con, and Con, no mana, no health. This is a really dangerous situation.
And a nice charm on a Rascal. There's the Ignite as well. The shield's not going to be enough. Vespa, there's a light, the final spark, missing absolutely everything. And wow, Lux is still alive after that. Aqua Prison now, though, onto Latorilus. He has to back away with minimal health. That's some good shields there from Oriana.
2 really, really close trades in the bottom and mid lanes just then. And if that Draven had taken one more tower shot, it was really unfortunate that he happened to pick up aggro instead of one of the other champions there, because it could have ended up in a kill. Mave's just tanking the turret a little bit here, but doesn't really mind. And that Shen is going to become really unstoppable in this.
He's just going, he's going to keep moving up with that CS. He's shoving as best as he can before Malphite does get back to lane. And he probably will head back now, surely. And maybe pick up a Giant's Belt. That's just a prediction. That's a call. And
yeah,
you know, it's going to be wrong.
He could actually go for that the Spectral Cow type direction, or he's going to rush for that Sunfire Cape, so that looks like where he's going to go.
With some magic damage as well.
Yeah, he's picking up just a whole bunch of items, doesn't really care about health at this point, I guess.
Okay, Pete Man now just going to take down his red buff. This is such an even game early on. There's been some very close calls, some very close team fights. And the CS is telling a different story, though, for Sunder. There is a considerable lead on Shen and Vayne right now. And especially and Ari as well. I forgot to mention Ari.
Yeah, of course, and that's actually translated into a 1k gold lead just from CS alone. I mean, no dragon's been taken, no turret's been taken, and no kills have gone down. So it's looking to be just a farm game for Team Sunder, and I feel like Element 239 need to make a move here.
That they do, and it will be in the form of a teleport bot, I feel like. Right now would be good. They really push up. There is that ward in the bot lane. Is Malphite going to do it? He is moving out of position. I reckon it's coming.
I reckon he's looking for it. The Unstoppable Force is available.
And here it is. There's the ping. We're going to see a teleport down bot lane. Vayne and Nami are in big trouble. Both of them are level 6. There is the ultimate from Nami. Taken down. First blood picked up actually on Oriana by Vayne. So that's a really good job. Flash now from Nami. And Oriana giving away that first blood. Good job for Vayne.
That was really well played by Vayne. Landing the condemn. You know, they were just trying to bait it out, trying to make sure that the teleport's going to be successful from Malphite, but it wasn't really enough.
Aqua Prison down on the Tallest. He's in big trouble. Ari's there as well. Going to answer that one. Draven does go down. There's a charm straight down onto Lux. Are they going to be able to follow this one up though? Malphite taking up a bit of damage, and Rascal is able to back out of that one. Sorry, a bit of a dip with the camera there. And this could be an easy, a a very easy tower. Oh no, she's going to throw out a final spark. Nautilus misses the dredge line. This could be a tower for the guys on Sunder.
Vespa was getting very hypey there, wanting to pick up Rascal, but can't really do it without any creeps under that turret, so nothing going to be picked up there. But 2-1 now on the kills, and we've got a 2k gold lead, so definitely came out on top for Team Sunder. You know, Vespa coming down finally for that gank in the bot lane and really making stuff happen, which is what you want to see from an Ahri that has that much of a lead in lane.
Yeah, things are moving in Sunder's favor. They do have a 2k gold lead now, and here comes Dragon, an easy Dragon, but Oriana's there. Her ultimate is up. Draven doesn't have his ultimate, and there's really no one else around. I'm not sure what Draven and Oriana want to accomplish from this one. They're better off just letting them have it.
Luckily, Sinar coming down, and we do have a ball.
There's a charm on Rick. He's in big trouble. There's Oriana. Oh my god, 3-man ulti there. Dredge line onto Oriana falls as well. Light Binding locks up Nautilus for a second. Lee Sin does pick up the kill as well. Gets a double kill out of that one. And Vayne now in big trouble. There's Aqua Prison down onto Lux. And Vayne is going to be flashing straight over the wall.
Oh,
unfortunately, Sin misses
Sonic
that
wave.
Yeah.
No.
That could have been devastating, although Ahri was 0 mana as well as Nami.
That's true, but I think that Sonic Wave resonating strike combo possibly could have killed Vayne at that point. So I'm really unfortunate about that. She was slowed as well, so look, it's just what happens. Possibly the nerves.
Unlucky. Very unlucky. A stand aside, missing Vayne, gets tumble away, trying to stay safe as possible.
Oh, that's actually an I. I thought it was an L on Notorious, but it's actually an I. So I'm an idiot.
Well, there you go.
Yep. So
you heard
all
it
confusion aside.
Max is an idiot.
I really probably shouldn't have said that live, should I?
Tweet it everywhere. Hashtag.
Please, Menace, please be gentle.
Oh, it's all right. Okay, so let's have a quick look back at the guys, what things are happening right now, if I could speak as well. 3-2 in favour of Team Sunder. They do have a considerable 3k gold lead right now.
And they did pick up the Dragon from that last exchange, so that was something we didn't note at the time. So definitely making it in Team Sunder's favour, even though the kill went 1-for-1 in that particular instance.
Very true. And Unstoppable Force is up. Shen hasn't really done anything, I guess you could say. He just stopped from farming, but Nautilus gets a dredge line. Aqua Prison as well. This is the end of Notorious. Big trouble now. Jordan picking up another kill on that Vayne as well. Rich in trouble. Ahri over the top, and a double kill for Vayne. That's good news.
That's exactly where they want their kills, and that was a disgusting CC combo coming out. You know, that Aqua Prison into the depth charge. Oh, wow. That's a horrible place for you to be. Even though Oriana got a fantastic dissonance under Notorious to try and get him out of there, it just wasn't enough. So really, really well played, and that Nami really hitting her skill shots here.
And this is now the bottom tower for Team Sunder. I did say it before, I was incorrect. We're going to take it. And Jordan pick up kill. He'd be sitting on a good amount of gold. That might be his Blade of the Ruined King pick up on Vayne as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Those kills both going on Vayne is so huge.
It's huge for sure. All right, like I said, man, Shen hasn't done anything at all. 0-0-0, just farming like a beast. I mean, doing a really good job of farming against Con, who's spent a little bit of time fair bit of time out of lane in comparison to Maves. Maybe he feels like he can just sit there and do it, and his team will be able to cope with what's going on.
And his Stand United is available, but he hasn't had to use it yet because his team's doing so well in those exchanges happening in the bot lane and around Dragon. So just having his way with top lane, just doing whatever the heck he wants and really making use of the time that he has in lane by himself. You know, he's built up that 40 CS lead. And he doesn't actually look that tanky right now. He does have a lot of resists. I mean, I would have thought that we would have seen a Giant Spell pickup out of him.
Well, let's
earlier
have a
on
look at gold. I reckon he'd be sitting on quite a bit of gold right now.
He'd be sitting on a ton of gold.
Yeah, so the next back from Shen will be quite a significant buy and a power spike for him up in top lane. I dare say Sunfire Cape.
Yeah.
And he's just going to keep split pushing. Malphite's letting him. I mean, Malphite, that being said, Malphite's doing as much as he can in that top lane with his Malphite. And Rascal throwing out a final spark, just trying to clear the wave away from that tower. Ahri is poking it down further and further. It's so low right now, Max.
Yeah, that is really, really dangerous. And we've spoken about, the charm landing on a Notorious. I mean, Vespa just throwing that out just to show him that he could.
I can do this.
Yeah, see? See, look, I can see you.
I can see. No, Vespa's playing really good Ahri right now. Roaming bottom when she really needs to. It's been missing, well, as we say.
As you say, it misses every skill shot. Oh, dear.
I will stop saying that.
Yeah, stop jinxing. Stop jinxing our Ahri friend.
All right, Blade of the Ruin King now has been completed on Vayne. There's an unstoppable force, followed up by the Orianna combo. So much damage, but it's not enough. Ebb and Flow keeping her alive for that much longer. Here comes the tidal wave as well, knocking up Notorious.
And
He's
the
in big
double
trouble.
taunt.
Double taunt as well from Shen. Good job. I said he hasn't been doing anything, but here he comes to do some work. A huge Aqua Prison now, straight down onto Malphite. He's falling very low. Here comes the ultimate from Nautilus at the back. On Rascal just falls instantly to that Ahri.
Just the tip of that Orb of Deception, and that was a fantastic exchange for Team Sunder there in the bot lane. It just seemed like they kept coming out of the woodwork at the right time.
That they did. I mean, that was a good engage from Element.
Yeah.
I love Malphite Orianna combo. To be honest, it's a top
really
combo.
silly.
It is a really good combo. And they pulled it off pretty well. But unfortunately, they're so far behind this stage. And I guess maybe it was a poor timing on their part. They did get everything down onto Vayne. It was not enough.
Yeah, normally you'd expect that combo to like one-shot a Vayne, but because that's a support Orianna, that Shockwave is not going to be doing nearly the damage you'd expect from the regular mid-lane Orianna picks. So not exactly doing what they wanted, even though the Dravenot was out on top of them as well. So just not quite enough. And Vayne using that the Blade of the Ruin King just to sustain through it as well. And then
Ebb and Flow, man. Same
yeah,
time.
and Ebb and Flow. So just too much healing and too much help there for Vayne. And then team follow up and Vayne managing to pick up another kill. And so it's just really, really dangerous for Element 239 right now.
Yeah, and like you said, here we go. Almost Notorious taking a lot of damage. Ahri just looking to 1v1 him. She's gone very deep. It's not going to be enough though. Will the Lee Sin be able to kick back Vespa right now? Aqua Prison missing. But yeah, as I was saying, like you were saying as well, Orianna literally has no AP. She only got the Cage Rookie pick and it does just no damage.
Yeah, it's really not enough. And wow, that Graven skin making a whole lot of noise there for no reason while he backs. And Ahri just sitting here in front of 3 people, not scared at all, even with that Spirit Rush down. So not showing very much fear at this point. Mabes has picked up, of course, that Sunfire Cape and the Mercury Tread. So like we were saying, he was going to go back and empty his pockets, and he certainly did. He was picking up 2 items that are really going to help him in this lane, especially for split pushing. And that's another free Dragon. Dravenot coming a little bit late.
Would have been a good steal to see. I love the Dragon steals. We've seen a few today.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about Teal's Dragon steal all weekend.
All weekend.
Shout out to Teals. Too good.
Absolutely.
And free Dragon. This is further increasing the lead for Team Sunder. Element falling further and further behind. 8k gold lead now in favor of Team Sunder. They've got themselves 3 turrets. So this last one up top is going to fall very soon, but
Lee Sin's coming, but I don't think that the 2 of them can even kill Mabes right now.
I don't think so either. He's going to be able to kill maybe both.
Oh, he has popped the flash, which I don't think was entirely necessary at this point, but
there's the kick.
Peterman could just definitely go down here.
And now he's decided
to understand that he's got the power.
He does have the power. Now he's sort of realizing, well, maybe I should have fought that in that situation. There is a taunt onto Con. It's a little bit too late, I feel, though.
He's got the team support coming up from his bot lane as well. And the flash in for the final hour onto Peterman. Insta-killed.
Jordan is just tanking this tower. Beast mode Vayne. Well played.
Yeah, and the attack speed slow coming down from Malphite, not quite enough to stave off the damage from Jordan after the fact of Peterman just getting completely obliterated.
Now let's have a look at this map control right now. So much of it, so much blue pushed up, and you can see the red just getting smaller and smaller. That top turret was really the last line of defense on the river for the guys. And Rascal gets charmed. Wow, exploded.
That was ridiculous, the amount of damage coming out from the Ahri. And the flash into the Spirit Rush. That Lux had no idea that charm was coming. I mean, he thought he was a screen away. Everything was going to be fine, but no, with that flush Spirit Rush, it's just flush Spirit Rush. Wow, I can't speak at all.
Wasn't even enough time for me to get excited.
Yeah, I was like,
it
was just dead.
Dead. Oh, wow.
And they've done really well pushing up every lane as well, you know? Like Nautilus now coming in from what looks like the enemy base, which is a bit confusing, into this mid lane to keep it pushed up. And they're right up in the faces of Element right now and just really showing their dominance over this game.
Yeah, Oracle's Elixir on Explosions are just going to control this map even further. Missing that ward there and there. There he goes. In there now. Make sure you get that ward. 30 gold. Spread the love.
Yeah, stealing away the red buff as well. Add insult to injury at this point, and the blue buff is available. They could possibly take that as well, but I think they might pressure this inner turret. And wow, that Drozline's so close.
And losing Singularity as well as that light binding, not really doing that much damage to a Vayne at this stage. It's not really cool. Ebb and Flow, like we said many times, is really strong. She's maxing that first. as you usually do on your Nami, giving as much healing to your ADC as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like they just have to make a move. Element 239 just need to make some sort of play happen. Otherwise, this game is just going to slip away from them. They're down 12k gold at the 21-minute mark, which honestly is almost the game, really. Because 12k at 20 minutes, that's a huge deficit.
Let's have a look at their late game potential. I mean, Lux is probably the best scaling into late game right now. Draven's not going to have a very good late game, especially against hyper carry Vayne. I think this is really, big trouble for Element.
Yeah, especially with that Shen, and of course the Ahri is always going to be useful. And the CC coming out of Nautilus and the Nami tidal wave, they do have a lot, especially pick potential in this late game as well. So it's going to be really, really hard for Element 239 right now.
Jordan farming exceptionally well as Ahri actually. And Shen, who was left to his own devices, top lane.
Yeah. And look at him, being a bro, building that Aegis, possibly into the Locket of the Iron Slurry, as that Bulwark is not actually available anymore. So
that makes me sad. I love that.
And the charm landing as well as the dredge line on a Peterman.
But it's not going to be followed up. A nice light binding, catching out Nautilus as well. There, keeping it there is ultimate straight onto Rascal at the back. Sort of been wasted out. And on trying his best to tank as much damage as possible. There goes the second tier turret. Dredgeline now onto Lux. Flash out from them, flash out from Lux as well to try and escape. And Shen is doing his thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Still just pushing down that top wave, trying to bring that back. And the charm just missing. I really did love that depth charge coming out of Nautilus. Completely zoning the enemy team out of that tower, and he managed to hit it so far away that he didn't even pull aggro. So Jordan able to, wow, so much damage.
Oh, it's not enough. Ebb and Flow. Here comes the ultimate down onto Ahri as well. There's the tidal wave from Nami. Nautilus is falling very low. How is Ahri still alive amongst this? Oh my God, Malphite falling so low as well. Shen picking up the kill onto him, and Ahri picking up a double kill there. Wow.
Wow, yeah, managing to pull off the clutch Zhonya's just as that the ultimate out of Shen came in, and that was ridiculously well played. Then managed to get the proc from her passive to give her the spell vamp to keep her alive towards the end of that fight as well. So just exceptional play coming out of Ahri. So Vespa, hats off to you, mate. That was ridiculously well played.
Ebb and Flow, just too strong, too strong. And they're going to get themselves a nice and easy inhibitor. Maybe transition towards mid lane. Shen is going to push it down a bit further. I don't think they'll get much more than this this inhibitor. Or maybe
are they?
Yeah, they're going to have to go away.
Protect it.
They have
hit taken down very, very low, but not wanting to risk it at this point. So cautious play. Probably don't think they needed to be that cautious with a 15k gold lead. Of course they don't know that.
No, they don't. They feel it. I'm sure they can tell from a 13 to 3 kills. And pings out for Baron. Maybe they just want to clear it out, keep vision on it in case a sneaky team element come in and try and take it away.
Get the Spirit Rush through the wall.
There it is. Orianna is dead.
That's
unstoppable. 5-0.
There's nothing you can really say, can you?
No, Orianna's really too squishy. She's got no MR at all, apart from her passive on her Q. But that's about it, really. Sorry, on her E. I'll correct myself there.
That's all right.
Yeah, not much really magic resist. So Ahri is free to go in and just one shot.
Yeah, and especially when he lands the charm after that Spirit Rush as well, there's not a lot that our Orianna friend can do. He didn't even manage to get out the exhaust on Vespa. Probably didn't think that it was worth it at this point.
Yeah. Well, Vespa's got no mana though. And Nautilus, what is going on?
He seems to be spazzing out just a little bit.
I think he is just trolling.
Not sure, unless we see a pause come out and Nautilus is
broken.
Just, yeah, completely broken. I doubt that at this point. It really is the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, isn't it?
And Lee Sin going over the wall, just harassing his
a bit of style points there.
Style points from Lee Sin. Where are Team Sunder going to look for their next opportunity, Max?
It looks like they're going for mid at this point. Ahri was thinking of backing, has actually cancelled it at that point. They're thinking of picking up the blue buff, and then either continuing the push or maybe heading back, possibly to finish up another item.
Starvation comes into mind here.
Yeah,
the guys
absolutely.
From Element 239, they are completely starved. And they've tried to bait out the light binding. I mean, it's not much that much damage. Ebb and Flow does...
the Ebb and Flow actually healed up the entire Lucent Singularity damage from a Lux who's an AP mid.
She
which
really
is
doesn't have that much AP.
really depressing.
That's quite unfortunate. She's only got herself a Thieves Unholy Grail and an Empire time. There's an unstoppable force. So straight on the Jordan. A light binding across. There's a shutdown. But here comes the tidal wave over the back. Explosion's in a lot of trouble. Oriana ulti onto Maybes. Where's Ari? Ari's not even there. This is a good team fight for Team Element through 239. Nautilus falling very low as well. Shen trying to disrupt as much as possible. Flashes away. It's going to be enough. And Lee Sin all caught way out of position. Ari's going to come in, clean up. There's one kill. Is she going to get a second onto Malphite? Malphite gets ulted by Nautilus. Nautilus is backing away really far from this fight. He knows he's in big trouble. And there's a light binding going to stop Ari dead in her tracks, as well as a standard side from Draven. Con falling very low. There's a charm as well. It's going to be enough. He's very tanky. Shen, one more Vorpal Blade will do it. And now Notorious is trying to beat down on Vespa.
I'm not sure that was a good idea.
I don't think that's a very good idea. And this is a good team fight for Elements. Wow, how is Vespa still alive out of all of this? No damage at all. Final spot! Stand aside just separates them. Completely missed there. That's unfortunate.
I shouldn't have laughed at that, but that was a fantastic stand aside. No, you're going to get hit by the laser. Get out of the way. But that was a really extended team fight. Ridiculous way. It was an amazing initiate by Con. I thought it was going to go badly because he only managed to get it on top of Jordan, but they eliminated her from the fight so incredibly quickly. So that without that Vayne being there and without Ari, then they had no real damage threats. They've got Shen, Nautilus, and Nami. So they really could not do anything in that fight until Ari turned up and then did so much damage trying to get some follow-up kills. So
yeah.
It was really, really hectic. And it was strange watching one team go down one way and then come straight back up the other again.
It was a long team fight. I'm exhausted, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired right now, yeah.
That was huge, but it looked really good for Element for at least 80% of that fight. And I thought they were going to come out on top. A choice by Team Sunder to go in. Well, no, they didn't choose, I guess. It was Malphite initiation. Yeah. But they had to go in after that. Ari not being around. Maybe that's what the exact thing that Element were waiting for. They knew maybe Ari
they need to make plays like that, and as you can see, it works out. If they get their wombo combos down, then they can actually do some work. And I mean, it was really handy that Ari had actually backed at that point. But still, you know, it's what they need to try and do to get back in this game. That being said, 15k gold deficit.
Oh,
we're not going to be lying right now. There's a very difficult time ahead for Element 239 to try and get back into this game.
This might sound dumb, but focus Nami. She's the one keeping people alive. Literally. Here we go again. A dredge line. Oriana ulti right there into a final spark. This is a really good team fight now. Nami at the back throws out the tidal wave and really good Zonya's Hourglass as well from Vespa. Picks up a kill on the Lee Sin. Is there going to be any more kills picked up here? Vayne gets a double kill there from Ari. Ignite ticking down on that one. And Nautilus picking up Draven at the back. A huge Aqua Prison though. Straight on the turret. Are they going to follow up? No, just going to take an inhibitor. Maybe try and finish this one.
Look, I'm actually with you. That was a perfect shockwave, a perfect final spark, but having Nami there kept Jordan alive through everything, and then the tidal wave was perfect.
Maybe
Explosions is just doing a lot of work this game, just really, really well played.
He is doing exactly.
This looks like it's going to be the game.
This could possibly be the end of the game for Element 239 Sunder. They take down that one, and here comes the Shen ulti on the
Stand United for no reason.
No reason at all. Vespa falling very... Look at that. Still alive out of all of this team fighting. Oriana picks up a kill on Vayne, though. Will they be able to finish this one off? The Nexus is falling very low right now, and no, it's not going to be enough. Element 239 keeping this one alive. There's an Aqua Prison again. Never misses. Explosions
is too good.
Oh, wow, Nautilus, you are in big trouble, buddy.
Yeah. I really want to get killed by the turret, everyone. Well, Nautilus is saying finally does go down. So overstayed their welcome a little bit there, but I have to say that that was still definitely a win for Team Sunder in that particular circumstance. It's going to be very, very difficult, especially with both Nexus turrets down. I mean, those super creeps are going to be pushing in from the bot lane. They've got a long time before that inhibitor respawns. And he's going to try his best to get people out of the way, but that's going to be a free Baron potentially for Team Sunder if they want it.
Well, there's a lot now, Matt, pressure being pushed back on.
Oh, the teleports, though. So
teleports,
may not be that free.
Maybe not. I don't think they'd be a bad choice, I think, to go for Baron right now. They could do it probably quite easily. Even maybe force a team fight from it, Max.
Yeah, maybe bait it out, yeah.
Bait it out. Like, bait out a team fight because they will win in a team fight situation. Again, I mean, 50k, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
A lot of CS there. And it's 20k deficit. Man, that's
it's pretty ridiculous. And look at that mid lane. You've got an 816 Ari on 200 CS versus a 335 100 CS Lux. This is pretty brutal from this mid lane. Void Staff has been picked up, and that blasting one, I can't help but think, is going to be turned into a Rabadon's Death Cab at this point. In which case, Ari's going to be doing so much damage.
She already does so much damage. And add a Rabadons on top of that, or a Rubber-Dubs as some people call it.
Rubber-Dubs.
Oh my god, huge res line on the Rascal though. Ultimate on the Lee Sin in the back. There's a tidal wave and another Orianna ulti. Takes away a few people from the fight, but Nautilus picks up a kill on the Lux. Chen taking down that Orianna, and Vayne just doing tons of damage onto Malphite. Yeah, look at Princess Hope. He gets kicked away from Lee Sin. There's the charm as well. Lee Sin is gone completely. Maybe he's still alive, or they just want to keep him alive a bit longer. That is going to be GG.
That is going to be the game. It was good to get another team fight out, though, you know, of course. But Notorious now just getting obliterated in his own fountain.
Well
and it's
played.
not something that they wanted.
GG, well played the Team Sunder and Team Element, keeping it real in that game. It
Absolutely.
was really good work from those guys. It was good to watch, like some interesting play. Orianna and Malphite combo is exactly what they were going for, but unfortunately they were not able to pull it off in this instance. But yeah, good work from both teams, and congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well played. And it was good to see some of these different teams that we don't see all the time, you know, like the X5s and the Avant-Gardes and the Team Immunities that we see fairly often. It's good to see someone else. And they tried something new, Element 239. Didn't quite pull it off, but it was interesting to see whether it would work. That being said, that Ari, Vespa, easily MVP for that game.
All right, and while we're still here, a final shout out for all our sponsors, BenQ, Plantronics, and of course Riot Games for supplying all that money to help us get that prize pool really
Absolutely.
huge. And
that
also
$12,000 prize pool, that's massive.
Yeah, so we'll find out the winners tomorrow. Make sure you guys do stick around. We've got more matches coming tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Menace.
I'm Max.
He's Max. See you soon.
See you later.